Welcome back to my YouTube channel, James Tech Guru. I have been out for quite some time, so this is my first video back in the last 2-3 weeks. It's been a while. Hopefully you're not missing me so much. I'm sorry about being away so long. Today we have an unboxing video. We're going to be talking about the GPD WIN Max. It's GPD WIN Max. Small handheld, very portable, very nice gaming console computer. The reason why I say it's a gaming console computer because it has built-in controls, something that you can't find anywhere else. You have 2 analog joysticks. It's all been pre-configured like an Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller. You got a D-pad, high quality D-pad, very clicky, and you have the buttons. Very clicky, very nice. These control pads have been tested 2 million cycles. So there's no way it's gonna actually break on you based on the studies and research and the investment they made for this product. It has a nice, very nice mouse pad, touchpad on top, and the screen is fully touch enabled. It's an 8-inch screen. The total weight for this device is about 1.7 pounds. The keyboards are nice. Good separation, but it's kind of tight. I don't think it's going to be used for a typist or word processor. But it has every key, function keys, has dual, triple layer key adjustments. Sounds really good. It's very stable. There's no flex in the casing, not on the front side. The screen could actually go back as far as being flat. So when you're actually playing it, you could actually angle it. Depends on if you're sitting down or if you're standing up. It's full enable to show the proper viewing angles. You could actually change the angles, depends on your height and what you're sitting. If you're sitting down or standing up or laying down, you could adjust the screens. It's very stable. It doesn't really shift as much, not like the other ones I've seen out there. Of course, the con is it doesn't flip around like a tablet, so that's one of the cons. I don't think anyone really cares about that. Usually 2-in-1 devices are not really as popular on the Windows side. This actually has some great expandability. It has dual USB 3 ports. It has USB-C power, Thunderbolt 3, which could be used for an external GPU. You also have another USB-C for connection. You get an HDMI, full-size HDMI port, not a mini one, connects directly to your monitor. You can actually go up to 4K 60 Hz on 2 screens. This is has enough power. Nice Ethernet port, 1 GB. You got a micro SIM slot right over here. Over here you have an adjustable mouse or control pad. So it depends on the game you have. You want to use it for the Xbox controller, or if you need mouse control for the thumbsticks. And don't forget, you have the R1, R2, L1, L2 on the back, so you have full amount of controls for all the games that Xbox has compliance with, and this will work with most of your Steam games, GOG games, Epic games. That's Epic Megastore, full enabled. This is a 10th generation i5 with an Intel 940 Plus GPU. This thing screams 64 execution units. So this is actually as fast as a NVIDIA GeForce MX 250. And that's pretty fast for a small portable machine like this. It has dual fan pipes, enough for circulation and ventilation. So when your hands are actually on the back, you don't really feel anything heating up because most of the core temperatures are going to be in the center. So you're not going to actually have to worry about the top. especially when your hands are actually on the thumbsticks or the control pad, D-pad controls over here. You're not going to actually see, feel any heat. Maybe a little bit touch of some warmness around the edges, but you're not going to feel anything that's going to make your hands die of heat stroke. The fans are a little bit loud, not too quiet, but they're pretty much moderate. You could actually adjust the fan control over here. There's a function key here. You could actually adjust the fan to go from low to high. And also, one thing I forgot to mention, there's a power button right on top here. Turn on the power. I'll just do that right now, as you can see how it boots up. You have select, menu, and start. This allows you to match what the Xbox controller would actually oversee. So that would allow you to go ahead and pretend it's this Xbox controller. It's going to go ahead and align those buttons and map those buttons to the right games that you're playing with the Xbox controller. Mine is set up with a pass key, so I'm just going to put that in there right now. Good viewing angles. It's an IPS screen. Nice wide angle. So I'm going to go and show you an image. Of course, I have some I've pre-taken some video clips of playing a few of the good games on here that works well with the Xbox controller, and I can share that with you. And I also tried World of Warcraft, because who would ever thought about having the World of Warcraft in the palm of your hand, something that you could travel with? Because this has a Wi-Fi 6 chipset. This thing actually is part of the new AX compliance Wi-Fi network setup. So if you have a new AX designed router that has the highest spec for Wi-Fi 6 compatibility, you're going to get really amazing speeds through the Wi-Fi. You're not going to actually have to need to connect an Ethernet connection to it. So I think it's really amazing on the performance. Check out the graphics. Check out how sharp this is. Angles are really, really nice here. Now, you're probably wondering, what kind of storage does this thing have? Well, the storage on this device is 512 gigs. 16 gigs DDR4 memory. Now, I got this through the Indigo campaign back in May. I went ahead and became a backer. Now, that's not the retail price. The retail price is going to vary. I think they were saying it's going to start around $899. But I've seen cases on eBay starting from $1,000 to $1,300. That's a lot, for a small system where you can actually get a full-size gaming system for about $1,300, especially with a 2060 RTX graphics card. So this is actually pushing the limits. Now, there's a niche of this product. It's the portability factor, integrated controls, and the battery lasts pretty decent. It's a 57 milliamp battery, and now you think about it. How many hours can you actually use this for on battery without charging? It varies based on game by game. I would say decent enough to play high AAA game with the screen up there and almost the brightest setting, with the higher TDP setting, which is you have adjustable in the BIOS from 15, 20, 25. I'd say you get about 2 hours. Maybe more, maybe a little bit less. That's enough for a good, round gaming. And the battery is replaceable too. And screw the back of this. Batteries could be purchased online. It's just a standard 57 watt hour battery. There's nothing special on the battery quality, and it's good enough. It keeps a good charge. I've been using this on websites. I got my Microsoft Office installed on this device, so it's not bad. And the screen and the keyboard, of course, there are replaceable parts they're selling right now through the Indigo campaign. So if for some reason you want to replace the screen, you scratch it up, or if you don't feel like putting a protector on it and it scratches maybe a month later, the screen goes for about $80. The keyboard itself goes about $50. The battery itself about $50, and the charge unit, which is a 65 unit adapter, goes for about $50. Not bad. It's a aluminum magnesium alloy for the front cover here. One thing it does get fingerprints. So I have a cloth here. So you know, it's one of those devices similar to like the Razer laptops. They do get a little bit, you know, it's a fingerprint magnet, so you gotta, you know, just be careful. On the back of it, they call it military grade backing that allows it to be very, very light resonant material mix to give it a nice little, you know, sturdy back. It's not a full aluminum back. It's mixtures of different plastic materials, so it has some flex back here. Not too much. Now, they had a prototype that had a lot of flex, but this one is pretty decent for what it is. Good ventilation back here, so you know, a lot of laptops don't really have good ventilation like you see here. It has 3 lights here for charging, power, and so forth. It's a suitable, nice, nice compatible machine to play all your games. I see this is one of the products that would actually oversee, or will be the best one out of all the GPD products. Now you know the GPD has different product lines from the past 5 years. They had the WIN Max 1. I'm sorry, GPD WIN. They had the WIN 1 and the WIN 2. The WIN 1 and the WIN 2 is very similar design. Now they got one that's like more like a Windows platform device that has just a regular small chassis. Keyboards are more like push button like a phone would have. Not as powerful as this. So you know, having a 10th generation Intel 940 Plus, similar to MX250 speeds with built-in controllers, and a 57 watt-hour battery, 16 gigs RAM, 512 gigs of NVMe storage. You can't beat that for a device. A nice little mouse pad here for moving around websites, especially you don't want to have an external mouse. Now, you could actually get this as an external desktop. You don't have to use this as like a mini laptop. You have all the ports here. Connect your eGPU, get a 2080, maybe a 2080 Ti, RTX in your box. Maybe have an external monitor. Maybe have a mouse and keyboard. And I did have stuff, and I could show that to you within this video. It works like a desktop. You know, it's fast. I mean, this is as fast as most of the ultra portable computers out there right now. So, screen is not bad. I can't believe it's replaceable for only $80 in case you screw it up or scratch the hell out of it. Because it's a touchscreen. You know, I mean, you have kids, you probably want to share it with friends. I mean, it's going to get messed up over time, especially touching it, playing it, because the screen's always open. Now, they rated this thing as 5-foot drop. So 5 feet from the ground, if you drop this, it's not going to really cause any damage. It's rated that high. I don't know, I'm not going to drop mine. This is not a demo unit. This is actually my own unit. So, for what it's worth, it's not bad. The fans sometimes come in, every so often. Depends on the stress of the machine. If you take if you use up most of the processing, once the envelopes open up, you'll start hearing the fan a little bit more. But overall, it's pretty quiet. Now right now I have the mouse mode on. You can see I'm controlling the mouse. I could change this to controller, and it switches to the control pad that is compliant with an Xbox controller. One little switch. This works very well with World of Warcraft with the mouse mode enabled. All your quests, all your fighting, all your management, inventory management, communication could be done mainly with the controls. WoW doesn't need as much resources as a lot of people think. You could run that on this machine, I would say at least 60 frames per second. Because the resolution is 1280 by 800. It's not a high-res screen, but it has enough pixels per inch to give it that 720p look to it. So I think it's a winner, 100%. See the video? The game?
can stop the recording.
Thank you. If you enjoy my unboxing, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Have a good one.